Hello Virgo, Jessica here with Cardinal Signs. I hope that you're doing well and that you've enjoyed September so far. So this reading is for the next 2 weeks, bringing us till the end of September. We're going to start off with general messages and energies using the Osho Zen Tarot. We'll move on and receive any messages that the crystal has to offer, and then we'll pull some cards for love and romance using Shadowscapes Tarot. So let's get into it. This is for Virgo. General messages and energies for the second half of September. Messages and energies for Virgo for the second half of September. What does Virgo need to know? So overall, Virgo, we've got the Page of Swords here, which in this deck is represented by fighting energy. We also have past lives, which is the Moon. We have the Three of Swords, isolation. We have the Five of Pentacles, the outsider, and we have the Fool. So fighting. This looks like it's a negative energy, but it doesn't have to be. This can be standing up for what you believe in. And I think that's the case for a lot of you, where you have something worth fighting for, and you want to stand strong and stay firm for what it is that you know is right. For others of you, there may be a little bit of conflict within your environment, and perhaps you just have to be a little bit more abrupt or a little bit more firm in the way that you communicate than normal. You know, there may be someone in particular that's giving you a little bit of a hard time here. Now, some of you may have someone from your past coming in. Now, we have past lives here, which is the Moon. This can be somebody that you have some unresolved karma that you need to deal with before you can move forward. There's the need to let something go here. And this can be a challenge. This might be why we have this conflict card coming in here. But somebody, perhaps from this life, someone that you already know, maybe there is an old grudge that is being dragged up again. Or maybe somebody from a past life that you need to resolve some karma with, coming in and causing a little bit of tension before you're able to resolve it. Now we have the Three of Swords. This could be somebody that you have a romantic link to, a past romantic link to, and maybe there are still some hurt feelings going on, and it's that needs to be healed and resolved. The way that I'm feeling it, it doesn't feel to me like this is something that's really fresh and current. It's possible that it is for some of you. This is like the heartbreak card, but the way it's coming out, it feels like it's something that happened some time ago, and it's simply being brought up again, and you have to review that before you can kind of let it go once and for all. There is some fire and passion coming in here with this past connection. There may have been things that were left unsaid. This is the Moon after all. These are things that have remained in the dark, hidden, secrets even, but there is some fire and passion. It's kind of like, and that goes in with this kind of fighting energy. Someone might have a short fuse or come in with their fists up ready for a fight, and it may be up to you to kind of diffuse that and bring things down to a level on which you can resolve things in a fairly peaceable way. So that might be a bit of a challenge for you, Virgo. Just be aware of that. Now we also have the Five of Pentacles and we have the Fool. So I'm really happy that we're able to leave this negativity behind. As you're moving forward towards the end of September and into October, it's like you have this beautiful clean slate and fresh energy coming in. It's like you've been relieved of this burden that has been pressing you down and really weighing heavy on you. And you're able to walk forward in your life with this fresh new energy, this new perspective and optimism as well. So for some of you, because we have this Five of Pentacles, you may have felt abandoned, perhaps by this past connection here. Kind of just like maybe someone just kind of disappeared and walked away and left you hanging there. And that's why we need to go back and resolve that and get some closure. And it's like we're finally shutting that door on that chapter of your life and opening up something that's a lot more positive and fresh for you. This card is the most positive card within your reading, and it is shining the most strongly. This energy is going to be felt by you the most strongly, and I'm really happy about that. There's a sense of relief here. You're definitely ready and open to starting that new chapter and putting the past in the past, you know, letting it remain where it belongs. So that's good. So I'm going to take a look here at the crystal and see if there's anything else that wants to come in for you. So this is for Virgo for the second half of September. Anything that does not have a solid foundation is going to be dissolved. So if there are relationships in your life or circumstances in your life that really have no long-term potential, they're not built on a very solid foundation, during these next 2 weeks, they're going to start to dissolve. And that can be where some of this resistance and pain is coming in with these two cards here, which is very natural. When things start to kind of rework themselves and shift and change, that can be difficult. But ultimately understand that this is for your greater good. This is very much like Tower energy, where it can be fairly sudden, it can be fairly shocking, but ultimately it's to bring something better into your life. And with the Fool, there is definitely a beautiful new opportunity coming your way. So it's nothing to fear. You have everything to gain by this process. So instead of putting your fists up and resisting it, try your best to embrace it, to allow those new doors to open for you and let go of whatever may not have long-term potential for you. This may require that you really look into your heart and figure out what feels the truest for you, and you'll find the answer there. It's no longer a secret. Okay. I'm going to move on now and pull some cards for love and romance. For Virgo, love and romance for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know regarding love and romance for the next 2 weeks, bringing us to the end of September? Okay. These are going to be your cards here, Virgo. And then I will pull cards for your partner or potential partner. Okay. Looks good. So your overall energy in the love department, you're coming in here as the Magician, which is a very powerful, strong energy. This is you taking an active role in creating the circumstances within your life. So if you are looking for a relationship, this is you saying, I like this quality, I like that quality, and I would prefer it if my partner was like this. Putting that out into the universe and having a lot of magnetic power to bring that back to you. So this is a very important time for you, for those of you who are single and looking. Be very clear about what you want and need out of a relationship and a partner. Some of you, again, this is coming up twice. It came up in our general where you might have somebody coming back in, and that was coming in through the moon and the past lives card. The Six of Cups is traditionally about past connections, you know, maybe even back to childhood, but it can be any time period within the past. So this can be somebody of a romantic nature coming back in. The Five of Swords is indicating that there may have been some kind of conflict, maybe harsh words or hurtful words that have been said and need to be healed, and you are being given that opportunity to allow that to happen. The Magician has a lot of green healing energy. Very, very powerful opportunity for you this next 2 weeks, Virgo. For those of you who have someone in mind, they're coming in here as the Knight of Cups. This is someone who is very sincere. They have their heart on their sleeve. They are not trying to hide anything. You can trust this person. They're probably going to be very pursuant. They're really going after you, seeking out your affection. They're working quite hard to gain your respect. This goes either way, whether you're already with that person or if you're just getting to know them. They're really affectionate towards you right now, and they're paying you a lot of attention. This person is a very gentle individual. Keep that in mind. They may be fairly sensitive. They may get hurt quite easily. So just be careful with this individual. This person has a lot of like a really good kind of stable situation going on. As I said, they're very genuine, but they're not needy necessarily. Like, they can take care of themselves. But what they do really want is your attention and your affection, and they're gonna really let you see that in the next 2 weeks. On your part, I think you're fairly receptive to that. They may remind you of someone you used to be with, or if you're already with that person, they might kind of be almost like you when you first met them, because you've got the Six of Cups and they have this very enamored energy coming in. So it's almost like they're courting you all over again, but definitely very romantic feelings going on them towards you. Now, you are, in all of these cards, these individuals are actually turned away from the partner. This can be difficult on your partner. Perhaps you're a little bit more self-focused. I don't want to say that you're being selfish or self-centered, but you're definitely focused on something that is not exclusively your partner. So just be aware that if you're with somebody, they may need a little bit more attention from you over the next 2 weeks, so that they don't feel like their passion is just going to fizzle out and that, you know, you're not being receptive to them. So if they are saying, hey, let's go out this Friday, it's been a while since we've gone to see a movie, probably best not to say, oh no, I want to do, you know, yard work. Say, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. You're right, it has been a long time. Because there is the potential for hurt feelings and perhaps misunderstandings within the partnership. So just be careful of that. All in all, I mean, these are fairly light energies, fairly easy to navigate, just little things to keep in mind. I think that's everything. So I will wrap up our reading with that. Thank you so much for watching, Virgo. I hope that you found these messages helpful. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can find my email in the description box below. So I will see you again in October for the next 2-week forecast, and take care of yourself until then.